Hello, dear audience friends. Welcome to this program. Today we will delve into a topic that has attracted widespread attention and discussion, which is the American prophet, Brandon Beebe's astonishing prophecy. Recently, has released a series of videos covering various aspects, such as Trump's assassination, financial crisis, to the next new pandemic virus, and so on. So, today, we will fully sort out his recent series of prophecies, and we will continue to follow him in the future to update his relevant content. Brandon Bixby is a minister from the United States, a Jehovah's Witnesses minister. Because of a series of accurate prophecies, has become famous recently. He has become a hot figure in social media and prophecy circles. Big claims to have the ability to predict the future since childhood. But it wasn't until recent years he began to publicly share his prophecies. It is worth noting that Biggis is not a traditional prophet. In his daily life, he is an ordinary church pastor. He is also a very enthusiastic charity worker. According to his followers, Biggis is a very humble person and never claims to have the ability to predict or seek personal gain. He often said in his videos that these prophecies, including what he saw, are all visions given to him by God, rather than or because of his own powerful abilities. So he is an interesting and very humble. Next, let's sort out his recent prophecies. Bigg's most famous prophecy. On March 14th this year, interview, Biggles described in detail what he saw. The scene of Trump's assassination, he said, "I saw someone trying to assassinate Trump. A bullet flew past his ear, very close to his head. So close that it burst his eardrum, but miraculously, the bullet did not cause fatal injuries. He rose up and then, I saw an attempt on his life, and this bullet flew by his ear. And it came so close to his head that it burst his eardrum. And I saw that he fell to his knees during this time frame. And he started worshiping the Lord. He was radically born again during this time frame. I'm talking about people saying he's saved now, but he became really on fire for Jesus for what I saw coming." On July 13th, in less than 4 months, after nearly 4 months, the prophecy came true. It came true at this campaign rally in Binzu. At the campaign rally, Trump was really shot. So as Bix predicted, we all know this news, right? So, as Bix predicted, Trump was injured, but his life was not in danger. But it seems that his eardrum was not broken. This is a detailed difference. What's surprising is that Biggis accurately predicted Trump's reaction after being assassinated. He specifically mentioned that Trump would kneel down and thank God, and his faith would become stronger. In fact, after Trump was discharged from the hospital, in his first public speech, he did show a strong reliance on his faith, including his admiration and gratitude for God. All of these have come true. Biggis also predicted the result of the 2024 election. The result he predicted was that Trump will win the election with an overwhelming advantage and gain more than 300 electoral votes. And that's exactly what happened. Biggis also explained that he saw a picture. Trump standing on the White House lawn, with a sea of red behind him, which symbolizes that he will win the support of most states. Well, we all know that the color of the Republican Party is red. He also added that the most controversial one in American history, and may cause protests and unrest across the country. Currently, when we watch the news, in Chicago and other cities, several cities have started organizing various marches and demonstrations, but the effect seems to be not very effective. So far, there has been no major impact. Next is the prediction of the economic crisis. Bigg's prophecy. During Trump's next term, the U.S. will face a serious financial crisis, including the stock market crash. He described that I saw chaos on Wall Street. The stock market plummeted like a kite with a broken string. This will be more serious than the Great Depression, more serious economic collapse. Big even claimed that he saw Trump in the Oval Office, which is the White House, crying and praying for the American people in the Oval Office. He said he saw Trump kneeling on the ground, praying with tears in his eyes. His shoulders were shaking, and it looked like he was under great pressure. Biggest did not specify the time when this financial crisis occurred, but based on his description, we can analyze that it is likely to happen between 2025 and within Trump's term in 2028. Because in 2029, it will be a new term. So if it happens in 2025, this financial crisis may occur. He also warned that this crisis will lead to mass unemployment and social unrest, and may last for several years. That means, if it happens in 2025, for 2 or 3 years, it will basically be the entire Trump term. So will it happen in 2025? We'll just have to wait and see. About 12 hours ago, Biggest has released another very important prophecy about a new virus pandemic. He claimed that during Trump's next term, a new pandemic virus will emerge, and this new virus will make COVID-19 seem insignificant. According to Biggest's description, this new virus will break out in the spring. He predicted that Trump would announce on TV, announcing a national lockdown and grounding all flights. This flight includes international flights. To domestic flights within the United States, all flights will be suspended. Biggest also said that I saw Trump standing in the Oval Office, reading a statement solemnly into the camera. His voice was trembling. He obviously realized the seriousness of the situation. This virus will target obese people and obesity-related diseases, such as diabetes, hypertension, and so on. He said at least 350 million people will die, and the virus outbreak will first break out in Europe, especially in the UK and France. He also added that this virus will completely change our way of life. I see cities become ghost towns, and the streets will be empty. People will be forced to be isolated at home for long, and it will cause a devastating blow to the global economy. In fact, in previous videos, Biggest also mentioned this new pandemic virus, and he said that God in his conversation asked him to lose weight quickly and lose weight as soon as possible. We can also see that recently, many well-known people in society, including very powerful figures, have suddenly lost weight. I wonder if they have received some information in advance, information about this. So, by comprehensively analyzing Biggest's prophecies, we can speculate that these events will almost certainly happen between 2025 and 2028. Will happen during Trump's next term. Biggest emphasized that although he can see these events, the specific time is not always clear. Considering his accurate prediction of Trump's assassination so accurately, I think we should take it seriously. The financial crisis and the pandemic virus he predicted, we can prepare in advance, such as emergency food and water, masks, and so on, so that we can be prepared if his prophecy does come true. I also hope that we can work together to get through this crisis safely and smoothly. Welcome to like and subscribe for the latest news. We will continue to provide you with real and authoritative first-hand Chinese information.